So as you can see, I pulled this fuse. My car stereo stopped working, and I had to diagnose the problem, and I got it down to the fuse holder again that I had paid him $800 to fix less than a year ago. And I find out that when I pulled the fuse out, there's a bunch of crusty stuff here, and then looked like, you know, some kind of debris. And then I had to scratch it off and get, you know, down to the layers where there's contact, and there's a hole in it. And then I noticed that this side was fitting sloppily, and then this side was all nice and tight, and so it looked like you know, this thing had lost a part. And so I looked around all of my trunk to find the part, see if it, you know, got lost. But no, it didn't get lost, because after I did some more research, I got the part out, and then I noticed that there's a hole down here, and that the screw has been altered, and this whole thing here has been probably taken out, and this has been removed, and they probably put some type of something to make this you know, actually fit in there so it gets good enough contact so it'll last a year before it fails. And so this was supposed to be a brand new fuse box. They charged me $800 for wiring a brand new fuse box. And look at this brand new fuse box that's defunct. This is supposed to be the spacer here, and they don't have it here. It's just completely missing and gone. And it's been altered. And two shop managers, Clint was the first guy who installed this. The shop manager, Michael, you know, fixed up his sloppy wiring job because he had frays hanging out everywhere. And I asked him to fix it, and he did. And so I didn't actually check, you know, his work on to make sure that both of these sides had that. No, I just kind of looked over his work, made sure that the wires weren't all halfway, you know, sloppy. I did see a couple of his wires were sloppy, but at least he had the fuse box right, so I didn't complain about the sloppy wires on my amp. And so I had to redo all those myself. I took pictures of them, and this is just, you know, sloppy. They charged me $800 to diagnose that my fuse holder was bad, and it was like halfway melted. I mean, you could look at it; it was like melted, almost on fire. I mean, and then the ground was rusty because he used whiteout, and I called him out on it. I was like, of course it's going to need to be redone. You did it half-assed the first time. So they charged me $800 for this, and then installed this faulty fuse block. And so that, you know, I mean, this is fraud. Do you guys think this is funny? Hi, Car Toys. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys something else. Down here, where it's getting all hot because of their shoddy work, you can see that this needs to be replaced. You see that right there? It's all corroded. The camera, there it is. See that? See all that corrosion in there, right there? It's metal. I gotta be careful, but see that? That's all because they you know, they probably never replaced that. It was probably because their shoddy wiring job that's done damage to my system. And so, you know, I'm gonna go and fix all of it and call them all out on all their little frauds, every little fray, every little single word, every single little detail. I call everyone out, you know, for any little false line of code. I'm a coder, I'm a hacker, and I like pristine, clean installs, whether it's Windows for your computer or a nice, you know, really expensive high-end car stereo. And so you guys better figure it out, because you know, this is something that this is a lot of money here, guys. And the shop manager, when he put the Dynamat here, he cracked my tail light. When he kept taking them out and putting them in, and there was water leaks, and because he wasn't getting the seal right, and he was all angry, and he's like, oh, well, it's my fault that it's not sealed right. And I'm like, yeah, you're the one who I paid you to do this job. And then when I come back to get my car, it was cracked right here. And I don't know if someone hit it like that, but they busted it. Someone busted it, and I had to pay for it. I had to pay $80 for a new taillight, and they don't actually make them anymore. They're not the same. This was like a Canadian version, so now it's white, and this side's, you know, not white. And so thanks, Michael, for busting that, you know, and installing this, doing all this work half-assed. Great job, Car Toys. You know, I spent $1,000 on a bunch of amps and speakers and everything for my other car to do all the work myself, and that's why I had a brand new fuse holder and a brand new fuse block that I installed myself. And now I can see why your fuse holder that you guys installed, all crooked as hell. You know, this isn't cool. This isn't cool. Do you think my install is going to look like that after less than a year? What do you think? Huh, guys? Huh, Car Toys? I mean, come on, really? Is it that hard to figure out? Right when my system stopped working, I took it into you guys, and you guys put a new deck in it because my buttons were sticky, and I was hoping that it was just the deck having a problem, but no, it wasn't the deck. And then when I rip it apart down here, I found the wire to my battery was bad, and then once I got that fixed, it still didn't fix the problem, and then I had to trace it back down to the fuse block again. And so, Car Toys, you guys should give me my $800 back for all this fraud, for all this abuse. This was what you guys, this was the work you should have done the first time I paid you to do all this work. This is what it should have looked like. Or it should have been this and that should have been separate fuse blocks, so it never ever got hot. Why is it getting hot? Because things are too small, because it's pulling too much power through too small of a wire, through, you know, a ground that maybe not be proper, for a block here that's got corrosion. Something needs to, you know, it should be, you know, fixed, looked at, and make sure that it's, you know, installed correctly with new equipment that's solid, not half-ass shit that's ready to fry and burn down my car again. Come on, guys, figure it out. This is negligence. How many people do they pull that shit on? People like think I'm stupid. Nope, ain't gonna work on me, guys. So whatever. Thanks a lot, Car Toys, for another great install. A better way to go, huh? Sure. Like your dad's freaking, like some guy, like somebody in your garage, like in your neighborhood, just working on your car. I mean, these guys are supposed to be professional, man. Figure it out.